Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 18th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, decent time frame, way earlier than I really wanted to, but the little dog I'm watching, she likes to get riled around in the morning and wakes me up way earlier than she should. But got her out, got all the dogs outside, went ahead and jumped in the hot tub for a little bit, got myself a nice little soak going on, hung out there for a while, just kind of chilling out with the dogs out there, having fun, having a good time, and everything was smooth. Bride got up, sent me a morning text. I knew she was alive and up, so I was able to get the dogs back in, get them all separated out and fed, all that good fun stuff, just kind of hanging around in the morning, trying to figure out what the day was going to bring. So had 2 dogs going home today, so I was kind of at the mercy of meeting them for time frames and all that good fun stuff. So went ahead and just kind of in and out of the house, not really doing a whole bunch of anything really important, just kind of chilling with the pups, and it was all good to go. But had the one reached out, they came pick the dog up mid-morning or so, probably late morning I guess technically, but got the dog picked up, talked to them. They have some more issues that go back, and they want the dog washed coming up again at a later date before long, because of there's some issues. He's got to go back to the hospital again. She has to go to the dentist, and she's getting like an implant put in, I guess, they're like for the denture, something, false tooth, whatever. I'm not sure what it is, but she said she don't know if that's going to, like, how long it's going to take, and how she's going to feel like driving home afterwards. And his might run late, so they wanted to book a full overnight. Originally, they were just going to do like a daycare, and they realized it's going to be easier just to spend the night. They're going to just grab a hotel over there. So told them to send me the dates and times they want to drop off, pick up, and I'll make it work. So yeah, we chatted for a little while, talked to them and how the trip went, and just it's just not good. They've been super healthy, it sounds like, for most of their life, and now everything's kind of kicking up on them both, and they're both by no means spring chickens, so it's kind of really weighing on them a lot. So kind of sucks. I hate to see it happen to good people, and they're good people. So yeah, dealing with that whole thing was it was depressing is what it was. It just makes you realize that if you live long enough, your body eventually falls apart. You start having a lot more health issues as you go, and then it makes you, I don't know, makes you think about life and all kinds of fun stuff. So went ahead and after that kind of chilled out for the day, talked to one of our friends and stuff, chatting with them off and on, and invited her and her sister over. So they want to come over and use the hot tub. They were out and doing anything later tonight, and that they come over, because that I use the hot tub once a day. I never go out in the evening unless other people come over. So recently I'd let her know that was open to them if they got bored out and whatnot. So because she had, usually on the weekends her kids are with the ex, and she was stuck with the little one. She said, she put it, not me. She said stuck with the little one, and the other one was at a birthday party or whatever, something. So he was gone, but kind of stuck at home. So told him, I said, well, if you want, the hot tub's open. It's easy to go, whatever. So after that, kind of just hung around. Wife just had to take her father shoe shopping. She'd bought him some shoes for Christmas, and they weren't what he wanted. So she decided instead she's gonna go take him with her so they can go figure it out. So they ended up heading up towards like Port Orange. There's a shoe store up there he wanted to go to. So they took off and went that way. I just hung around with a couple dogs that had left, chilled out with them. She got back from there, we chatted a little bit, and I was just in and out with the dogs, doing a lot of nothing really kind of thing. So pretty simple day for the most part. The other dog was gonna go home about noon, is what we had originally stated, and didn't hear from her all day. And it was like 4:30 when she was going to pick the dog up. So became a lot later, because I thought she was picking the dog up much earlier, so I waited until I went home to go for my run. That way I wouldn't have to worry about it. But I was to the point like, well, shit, I'm just gonna go run. And as I make the decision to go run, I went ahead and got changed my running gear and all that kind of stuff. Then she texted and said she's on her way, which it's like a half an hour, which sucks because I can't run in a half an hour. So it becomes that, and I gotta wait another half an hour for her to get here. And then she hit some more road blockage or something and got re-diverted into a different direction. And I'm assuming she's getting distracted by something else, because I've never had a client, like I'd say at least one out of every 3, sometimes every other one, like half the trips over here, she hits trains or she hits road construction, or she hits something that delays her by like 20-25 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's kind of a pain in the butt when you are basically in that mindset of like, hey, I'm gonna meet them at this time. I get the dogs put up and whatever, and they don't show up for another 25 minutes. So it does kind of add a little bit to it, but she's super kind. I love the dog. It's an awesome dog. So I put up with it, but it is what it is. So she went, as I took the dog out, I told my wife I was gonna not come back in, I was gonna go straight for my run. So went ahead and gave the dog, took off my run, got my run in, got back to the house, and we decided we were gonna go out to eat tonight and get out of the house a little bit so we don't have the one dog. And she was perfectly good at the house by herself for a couple hours. So went ahead and looked up, there's a Chicago-based style pizza slash hot dog slash sandwich shop up in Port Orange that I had saw like a Facebook post or something about. So I thought, well, I wouldn't mind trying that. So we tried to go there before and she got to feeling like shit. So we didn't go. And another time we were gonna go up there, she decided she wanted to eat somewhere else. So we ended up somewhere else, and they closed at like 8, and it was gonna put us there a little bit after 7 when we got there. So I was like, well, we got enough time. We'll be in and out of there. If maybe not out by 8, we'll be close to being out by 8. So went ahead, we pulled up in there, went ahead and took her car, left the top down with the heat on and the heated seats. It actually was pretty nice. A little bit on the chilly side, but not bad. You can't argue when it's middle of January and your top's down, your convertible as you're driving around at, 7:30 at night kind of thing. So could not complain at all. Got there, got what pizza we wanted, and they had like their specialty pizzas, their meat lovers and their gardens and all that kind of stuff. And then they had thin crust and they had pan. I'm like, okay, I'll take one of these deluxes in the pan. And the guy's like, oh, I don't know. And he acted like I was like super confused. I'm like, is it too late to do that? Like, what's going on? And then he hollered at the owner, and the owner came over. He's like, well, okay. He's like, well, yeah, we can do that. You gotta go, is it too late? And he goes, oh no, it's fine. With the pan, we only do extra toppings. You gotta pay for every single topping. So the pan pizza is like $25. Then every topping is like another $4. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he goes, we did one the other day. It was like $42 or something. I'm like, oh, goddamn. I'm like, oh, maybe not. Hold on. Let's just, before I spend $42 on a pizza for a place I've never been before, let's just take the thin crust, same pizza, the deluxe, whatever you want to call it, and Supreme, whatever they call it. I don't remember what they called it. It was deluxe or Supreme, but we'll take it instead. And then if it's good, then we'll come back and try a pan. So, because pan pizza, I understand it takes a lot more toppings. It's a lot more expensive to make, but why not just have at least your specialty pizzas already listed out, like, hey, this is what it is. It just felt weird. So, because I knew I was going to look this like, well, maybe I'll lead off this or I'll leave off that, but I didn't. I was like, let's take the thin crust, it'll be fine. So, which is one of those things, I'm not really a thin crust kind of guy, but I figured I'd give it a try and see if it's any good. So they said, well, it's going to take less time than the thick crust the pan would have taken, but it's still going to take a while. So I was like, well, fine. As long as you guys are still open, we're good with it. If not, we can get a sandwich. He goes, no, it's fine. So we go ahead and we got the food ordered, sat there and stuff, and it's the benches or the booths, I guess, whatever, they're broken down. So when you sit in it, like you sink to the floor. Like it's way fucking awkward feeling. So sat down there, we were waiting. There was 3 young, high school age kids, whatever, I'm assuming, over there, 2 like boys and stuff. And they were like joking and laughing, having a great time, and like super polite. They were talking to staff and just real, like, just well-behaved kids, like really responsible looking and stuff. And I think they'd all ordered like a slice, and then they were talking about getting a sandwich. So they talked about making them a sandwich so they could then slice like into thirds so they could all share it and stuff, whatever and whatnot. And the guy went ahead and did that, and they were just super, super cool guys, like respectful of all levels, and immature as you can get, as teenagers would be, but they weren't that mischievous, shitty teens. So as they went to leave, I told my wife, I'm like, hold on a minute, we'd already got our pizza. Pizza was good. We were eating and stuff, and I went up as they were getting ready to check out and stuff. I'm like, hey, excuse me, guys, I wanted to, take a moment and let you guys know. I heard you were saying, high school age, blah, blah, whatever and stuff, but you guys are super respectful. You were kind to the staff and stuff. You're like, just responsible kids. Like, you give me hope for the world. Like, there's so much just negativity out there of like young people anymore that this gives me hope that the next generation has, at least there's a few decent kids out in the world that may still be, a chance for our world to be saved, kind of thing. Because most of the shit you see, it's just like they're knocking over the salt and they're knocking the things off and they're knocking the glass over, like, oops, it was an accident. Like just that petty bullshit you see on like Instagram and TikToks and that crap all the time, and makes the world a fearful place of the next generation. But went ahead and they left. The owner came over and basically said he heard what I said and da-da-da. He's like, yeah, can you believe how good those kids were and stuff, and yada yada. So we talked a little bit, finished up what we could of the pizza, stuck it in a to-go box, and headed out. And as we were leaving, those three boys were sitting in the back of the truck, just shooting the shit, like just doing dumb teenage stuff that you do, just outside talking to real life people. So I hollered at them like, hey, you guys have a safe night, whatever, and took off. So it was one of those things where it felt really nice to have some hope in the youth of America coming forward. So yeah, it was one of those things that happens. But we had that, drove around. Wife wanted to drive over to Beachside, so drove back. It was still nice enough weather. Cranked the heated seats up a little bit. Drove over to Beachside for a little bit. Drove around there. Asked her if she wanted to stop me to drink somewhere. She decided she didn't. She just wanted to go home. And after we drove around and looked at, built sites, whatever, sell the people out. And there was a cigar bar down there that I lounged that I thought about stopping into. And as we drove by, I thought, I could probably handle that. She could walk around, look at all the windows, do a little window shopping, and I could sit out here and have a cigar. And they had music blaring. Like, if the speakers are on the outside of the patio facing out to the street, might have been tolerable inside, but holy crap, man. If they were anything up there facing the patio, it was annoyingly loud as I drove by on the street. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to sit there and try and relax and enjoy a cigar. Like, it was definitely by no means any place I want to be. So I was like, well, I guess I will not be stopping there, at least not Saturday night. So yeah, that's what it is. Got back home, got the dog out, we played outside for a little bit. Wife made us a couple drinks and grabbed the dog, went outside and enjoyed a cigar. Had a beautiful evening. Eventually went back in, went ahead and watched a little bit of, I threw on a comedy special and went like straight to sleep. I was exhausted. I was absolutely like pooped. It was like 11:30 and I was just exhausted. So I don't know if my neighbor and her sister came over to use the hot tub or not, because I told her the gate was unlocked and she knows how to flip the top open and stuff. She's been in the tub before, so she knows how to work it. So I don't know if they came over and used it. I'll figure out tomorrow, see if they was able to come over and enjoy the hot tub while we're gone, because the dog was inside. I went and checked, make sure the gate was shut back up and locked good, and I went ahead and put the anti-dog paneling beneath it. So but yeah, that's all I got for right now, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.